That sounded great. Can you do that? Can you do that again?
What?
The the test.
Oh God. No, you're gonna record it. We're not doing that.
No, that sounded great. I'm still setting up here though.
Of course you are. I
Still
don't know
still
why I
setting.
need to do the test, but
Dude,
yeah.
that's that's great, man. Oh. Fucking All right, let me get. Oh wait! I gotta start recording.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
forgot.
start OBS first.
Fucking,
Yes,
fucking.
recording. Then you gotta broadcast.
Okay, start.
I'm sure this is gonna be cut from the record.
Of course it will be. Oh hi, it's so fine. PanAnning will be back to Let's Badly Dub Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Trials and tribulations.
Something bad happened last time.
Unfortunately.
And surprise, surprise, this is actually a murder trial now.
It turned from a thief, like stolen
What
goods.
seemed to be the only thief's case in the game, in the series, to yet another murder.
Yes.
You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again.
Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred.
No way, Jose! I don't buy it! But the one that proved that Mr. Delight was there, it was Mr. Nick himself! At least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick.
Well, how about we get started looking for into the KV security murder?
I think I'm going to head back to Current Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm going to bring the secret urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some peaceful quality time together. Love and happiness.
Maybe Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy she forgets there's a murder to solve. Sacred urn given to Pearls.
Now remember, no fighting, okay?
She's gone. Mortal Kombat!
Okay, Nick. Time to get going on this murder investigation.
So what do we do now?
Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder.
Well, first we need to find out exactly where KV security is located.
Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles.
I want to ask her about a lot of other stuff too.
Of course you do. You pervert, Nick. Miso ramen soup.
Miso ramen soup. Motorcycles. You're not thinking of getting one, are you?
I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy.
Oh, this friggin' Delight's just rubbing off on her. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight.
Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center too.
Imagine just Maya just riding a freaking motorcycle right now. She'll look probably badass. You must be relieved when we got the sacred urn back, huh?
You bet! But there's something a little different about it.
Hmm?
Don't at me. Pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. Clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Amy, like it always used to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before.
Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, The repair accidentally turned Mystic Ayame's name into I Am. That repair was one mechanically unskilled little pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it.
Is it possible that turn is a fake?
I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Korean Village.
Yeah, suppose.
Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Korean Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to Korean Village to do their training, right?
Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training.
So why haven't you been training lately, Maya?
Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that.
A channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is.
If you're going to train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen.
Is that what happened last year still bothering you?
Hmm.
That murder in our village, it happened because the power of channeling was misused.
When a medium uses the crane technique, she temporarily loses her own will.
So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. Oof. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you?
I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a little shaken up, that's all.
It sounds like being Master of Korean is going to be a heavy responsibility. Oh dear. Yes, it is. It's going to be. Look at my attorney's badge, by the way, Maya. Remember this shit?
So you've still got that badge, I see.
Huh? Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I?
Yeah, but I guess it just didn't think you'd keep on being one for this long. You have to admit, you had some close brushes with death because of your job.
I fail to see how being a lawyer is being more dangerous than channeling dead people.
By the way, showcase the profile of Phoenix to Maya.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll do that.
You're not very photogenic, are you?
Maybe I shouldn't show this picture to too many people. And yet, I've walked around my whole life showing this face of mine to the world. I wonder if I've just been making a fool of myself with this silly face.
I was only joking, Nick. Don't make such a sad face. You're making me feel guilty.
Sob. Anyways,
If I had remembered, I would have told you to do that during the first investigation, but it's too late now.
shit. Oh well.
But yeah, you can present that picture to pretty much anyone, I
Alright.
think.
Alright, let's get to the hideout first. And we need some info from Desiree. Oh, hello.
Oh, Nikki boy, Maya!
Mr. Light.
All I wanted to do was to help my dear Ronnie!
Yeah, but I guess I ended up hurting his case.
Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up.
Maybe she likes the abuse.
Hey, Nikki boy, please! Please help Ronnie!
Anything for you, Desiree.
He's not a killer, I swear! My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly!
Alright, I'll poke around with you, and I'll poke around and see what I can find out.
Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy!
See, she likes being poked.
I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. But you need to stop looking at my lap.
Shit!
Seriously. I'm married.
Your point? I had no idea Mr. Light had such a vulnerable side. Vulnerability at its finest.
Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him.
I don't think you would either, Nick.
Yeah, but you have to admit, he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!"
He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief.
I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him.
Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world.
What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. Don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie's in the thief type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. Thief! The very idea.
I guess I just don't get it.
Huh? Get what?
I just can't understand how they can be so different, and yet be such a happy couple. Phoenix, I adore this couple, these two.
Yeah, they sure are different.
Just because they're different doesn't mean they can be together.
Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway.
Freaking Rhonda Light is one lucky bastard. I'll tell you that.
What? For you?
Jesus Christ. Let's talk about that detective.
I hate these kinds of people more than anything.
Safari!
You mean Ace Detectives?
No, I'm fine with these detectives.
Oh, so then he must be thieves.
No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly man.
By the way, why did you go to detectives at me office anyway?
Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more nervous. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal.
The real criminal?
Yes, obviously the real masked Mask is not my Ronnie, right?
Yeah?
And Detective at me knew more about Masked Mask than anyone else. I mentioned him on the Great People of the Town segment on TV.
Great people. So then you went there to ask him some questions?
That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout.
I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout.
That bag was sitting right there on top of the table.
Oh yeah, we saw that back there yesterday too.
There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else.
Ms. Delight, do you know about PD security?
Don't be silly. Of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works.
So she thinks he still works there, huh? Oh, that's right. According to what we heard today.
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know it. Rondelite was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
But he quit. He doesn't work there anymore.
It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know.
KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is.
Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car.
Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike.
To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying?
Well, about I give you the ride sometime? Or better
Yes.
yet, how about now?
Yes, how
I'm
about,
talking
how about,
about the motorcycle,
ah,
by the way.
no! Damn it!
You dirty mind, you.
Fuck, get my motor going. Get her motors going too. No, I'll pass. Thanks. Well, why don't you tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves?
What a scaredy cat you are, Nick.
No, no, no. Mr. Light told us about the location of KB security.
Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick.
Well, not yet. There's
Except
one
not
more.
really, we still have something to ask.
Do you need an oil change, Mr. Light?
So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight?
Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life.
Saved your life?
I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back.
Robbers?
Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke out in tears.
Yeah, I would too, if I were in that situation.
Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you?
Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right out to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robber's face turn pale.
That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people.
Then, crying and swinging his arm like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself. He came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me.
Wow, that's a great story.
Yes, he may not look like it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did.
That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess.
Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage.
No, I'll be just like deuces. Bye. uh, with my that possibility always seems to loom in the not so distant future. Gulp. Alright, that's it. We're done. Alright, let's get to the let's get to that security office.
Yep.
CEO's
office.
office. CEO office.
Suddenly we're at KB Security.
So I guess this is where it all went down, huh?
The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office.
What has that got to do with anything? Oh, hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made a real fool out of us.
Yeah, I feel for you.
Wow, it's not like you at all. I thought it'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
Think the gumshoe fits.
Well, anyway, the point is that I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs, and I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things goes for us detectives.
Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy.
Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. That's, what happened?
Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder.
Okay. But the thing is, I'm not really not supposed to.
Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help.
Okay, okay. I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal?
Okay, I won't cry on you, pal.
The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened exactly at the same time that Master Mask was stealing the art, huh? Then we got the autopsy reports.
So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body?
There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside the safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That one string must have been the shape from when he fell out.
I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard.
Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. A detective.
So, what happened to Master the Mask?
Yeah, he's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, 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 I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved.
Now that's the detective I know and love.
Think about it. Abby was always around when the calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was at the hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I ever heard. That's how you just knew that he was the thief. Oh, that would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective. That's all. But there's this one thing I just can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the PanAnning case. There was a witness on that one.
A witness?
Here, I saved a newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it.
Hey, this guy here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before?
It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentioned it. Let's talk about the prosecutor.
Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. And we used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight.
Yeah, he did it just the way that you knew he hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is this Java addicted mask maniac anyway? Prosecutor Gato? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I've never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. He came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records, anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps.
Goosebumps? You?
Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way.
Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so popular.
No, that is not what I meant. That Gato guy acts like he knows me and he has a grudge against me. I get the feeling that he's hiding some kind of dark secret. We have to.
That's because he is.
Detective Goshu, tell us more about this Mr. Shane Bluebard.
That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal.
Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression.
Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found up dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now.
Okay, now's our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask.
But he's blabbing like an idiot. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard?
He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway?
Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn about a lot of secrets during this kind of work. Oh, and? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber.
Really?
God damn it, Maya. Please stop leaning towards me like that. You aren't getting into my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions.
Oh, well, that's my problem.
No, Maya! Let me go already! Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies.
Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded.
Yeah. Oh, and KB Security used to head security operations against Mass Mask.
What? Really?
Yeah, and so after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Well, damn. Let's examine some shit.
Yeah, we have a few things to check, including, some obvious ones.
Yeah. Check out this big, thick binder here.
Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick.
Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work. It's just a little hard on the eyes. Ah!
What did you find out, Nick?
This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about the Mask. It's full with info on them.
What? What kind of info?
Well, it's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and his crime scenes.
Hey, Nick. Look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Serum Enamon, $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask stole.
So then, $100,000 is the value of the stolen item?
I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. Alright. Obviously this thing.
Oh, there's a button here. Let's see.
Oh, of course, Maya, no. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that.
That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Goshu could jump like that.
What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right there on the panel.
Oops, you're right. It's really right there.
Don't put this shit on me, bitch. It was you that pressed it. This alarm is connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon the security up here. Really? That it's possible on the night of the crime?
Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer?
Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. They said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way. So, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Alright, we found and added to the court record. Uh, let's
I think that's all we needed to check here for
see. Yeah,
now.
I think so. Security room. Oh, great.
Yep, you know what's coming.
Of course. With that jacket there in the background. Wow, this is really something else.
For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure.
KB security guard. Oh no. I just remembered. Larry might be. Hey Nick, what's up? What's up? Ugh. So he is here. Yo, man, how's it hanging, dude? And you got sweet little Maya with you too.
Hi, Mary.
Here I was, working on my fingers to the bone, and in walks an angel. I got no problems with the daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bowler murder case. Oh yeah, that's I messed up that line. My bad. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? I have a sore throat. He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it is about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info on for you?
Really? What is it?
Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here is a different story.
Well, Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies.
That was then, and this is now. I messed up the line. So does this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya?
Larry, tell us already. What's the good info?
Hey, I like that. This kitten's got some claws, okay? You really want to know?
Yes, yes. So tell me.
Okay, so the thing is, Rondelite was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me?
Yes, sir, no. I follow you. Go on.
Well, 1 year ago, Rondelite was fired, and there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful.
I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that.
Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something? No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get it by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time.
Monitors?
There are security cameras set at each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out.
Oh.
And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of those teams.
What things?
Security teams for this company. They're supposed to be the best for the business. But I'm no amateur either. So if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? It's just a part-time job for me. I can't even operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if this is a part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh?
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility.
Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right?
We all knew that was coming.
Oh no, I knew something smelled bad and it was for the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then, this is now, okay? Looks like I'm going to have to break his psych lock after all. But we don't have the info to do that yet, so...
Not yet.
I wonder, Can I present him with...
Why, yes, you can.
Hey Larry, there's something I want you to look at. Hey, Nick, I told you I'm a pro, and you don't interrupt a pro when he's working. I don't have the time to sit and chat with you, alright?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, naturally, I got a time for you though, Maya. We're gonna squeeze this guy if we're gonna get more out of him. Shit. Can I present him with this? I wonder.
Yes?
Oh, no, that's not. He's
I
not
guess
gonna.
not here.
Fuck.
I guess it really was just when you were at the Delight Mansion. Apartment.
Oh, I guess so. He's not gonna say nothing. I was hopeful. No, Samus, you're not gonna do anything good either. Uh, let's get out of here. Actually, I actually do believe I have the keys for it. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
We'll find out.
Let's see what we got here. Basically, I'll be talking to myself. Out of the crime. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I? But you didn't. But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday just go see Miss Delight? That was that. This is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too? Never. I never sneak. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll even bet you $1. $1. Wow, that's some confidence. What's that? What was that drenched in that rain puppy look on your face? Don't you have any evidence that I left my position, or you're just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... Was the wallet? What was the wallet? Yeah. This wallet. You know about this, right? I never seen it before. You stupid idiot. You were the one that just gave him. Just liar. You hand delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember everything little thing that happens. Why do I expect you to remember something that just happened yesterday? What time was it when you found this one? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning. That's right. In our little words, Larry. At the time of the murder, you were away from your security guard office. Ah! Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that a killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift with the key card, right? Yeah, the key card. I was thinking like the record, but we don't have that. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but I can't show the records to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info is like that is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from my part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was the most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ooh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Yeah, no!
Well,
Okay, I did have the keys.